YouTube, thanks for checking out The Film Geek. Today, as promised, Charming Amy and I are going to hit the road and do some hunting out in the wild. We're going to look for any kind of pop culture-y cool doodads or knickknacks, and of course, Blu-rays and DVDs. So let's go ahead and get out there and get the ball rolling. So we're going to hit some different antique malls, different thrift stores, places like that today. So, I'm tired. I want to get going. So let's get going, okay?
Alright guys, we're getting ready to head out here. We're going to hit some places in my old hometown of Liberty, Missouri. We're going to go to the Liberty Antique Mall, and then we're going to head over to some other other thrift stores in the area maybe. There's one over there that I really like. Now, unfortunately, probably not going to be able to do a lot of sound inside these places because they are always playing the licensed music. So, yeah, we're just going to go in, get some footage maybe, show a little bit of the store, and then later on, I will reveal all my awesome finds that we found today, including things that maybe don't pertain to movies. Maybe I find some just cool stuff I want to show off. So, this is my birthday's hunt, guys. So, I'm hoping to find some really, really, really good things. So stick around. Hey guys, we're here at the Hillcrest thrift store, and we're gonna go check out what's inside. Unfortunately, this place looks super packed today. So I'm not gonna film inside because you know how people get kind of weirded out if there's somebody walking around just randomly filming things. So we're just gonna let you know what we find later on in the video, right at the end and all. So we're gonna check out what's inside. See you later. Okay guys, we're our next stop. We are at the Liberty Antique Mall, and this was the one last time that we tried to get into and they were for some reason closed. They are actually open, and I always have a lot of good luck when I go into one of these antique malls in the area. So good news, this one is not too awful crowded today, so I'm gonna try to sneak in with my phone, film some video. They generally play music in here, so I'll probably just show you some video or something like that, but I won't be able to have any sound because, like I said, everybody in this area, they love their music, so what you gonna do, right? All right, guys, well, thanks a lot for checking me out from this so far, okay? So here we go. You can stick around. Okay guys, we just finished up with the Liberty Antique Store and we found some really awesome stuff in there, so I'm looking forward to showing that off later. We're gonna do a quick stop over at Vintage Stock because my good friends, What's Up Pam and Evil Dead Inks actually got me a gift card to Vintage Stock for my birthday today. So we're gonna stop by there and see if there's any goodies that we can find. I've talked about it before. I'm hopefully going to be able to do some filming in there, probably not with any sound because again, music. All right guys, so keep watching, more good stuff coming your way. Okay guys, we're here at Vintage Stock, so we're gonna run inside and see what cool stuff they have. As I said before, Vintage Stock is kind of a local used comic books, or used movies, video games, all sorts of really cool stuff. I'm gonna try to film in here. I don't know, maybe they won't let me, but we're gonna see. All right, so here we go. I'm back and we are at Happy Rock Antiques. You know, I filmed in here a lot of times, guys, so I'm not going to bother filming in today. So actually this brings us to the end of the actual hunt portion of the video, so I'll see you guys back at the living room.
And we're back. All right, guys, we had a great day out there looking for stuff, and I found a couple of really cool items that aren't DVD/Blu-ray stuff. But let's get started here with the stuff I found at Vintage Stock, because a big thank you again to Evil Dead Inks and What's Up Pam from 3B Video. They gave me a gift card to Vintage Stock for my birthday, and so I'm going to show them here what I got, which I got The Exorcist 2. Now, I know it's not the greatest movie in the world, all right? But, I want the whole collection, okay? So I've got 1 and 3, I didn't have 2. This one is it's a very special movie for me, and that is Stephen King's Sometimes They Come Back. And you're probably wondering, why is Stephen King's Sometimes They Come Back such a special movie to you, Film Geek? Well, that is because when I was all of 14 years old, I was an extra in that movie. Portions of this film were filmed in my hometown and in other areas around Kansas City, Liberty, Missouri. A good portion of it was filmed in Liberty, Missouri, where I'm from, and it's about a small town outside of Kansas City. It's about 20 minutes. It's about 20 minutes north of where I'm currently living right now in downtown Kansas City. And so a lot of the portions of the film are filmed there, and my Boy Scout troop was actually involved in this film. We helped out with some of the maintenance and things, and really what we really did was we raked leaves. Yes, we raked leaves. The thing was that they filmed the movie like really late in November, and so we were hit up ahead of time to rake up a bunch of leaves for the production, because obviously by the time they got there, all the leaves would be gone, and you know, we could be fighting snow and all. And one of these days, you know what, I'm going off subject here. One of these days I will go through all of my trials and tribulations and my adventures. I'm gonna put a link in the below actually for 3B Video, because they did a little bit of documentary about the filming of Sometimes They Come Back. So I'll link that to this so you guys can check that out, and then I'll do my other one. My video will be a little bit different because it is going to have in, you know, personal things that happened on set that was pretty wild. But okay, back to the actual video here. All right, so I also picked up Day of the Dead, and this helps complete my collection of my George Romero zombie films, so that's awesome. Now, I do have Smokey and the Bandit regular standalone DVD. However, I do not have 2 and 3, and I want to say it's pretty hard to find those on solo DVDs. So I picked this up with the gift card from Vintage Stock, and thank you again, guys. I really appreciate it. Those are really cool. So if you ever watch Day of the Dead at home, think of me. All right. Okay, now, let's get into all my goodies. So speaking of Liberty, Missouri, this is the stuff, let me make sure here that this was Hillcrest. No, but this is, okay, this is Liberty Antique Mall. Okay, so Liberty Antique Mall, I picked up, I think every single one of these, no, wait, this wasn't, I apologize, this wasn't Liberty. This was, trying to remember all the bags here. That's Gladstone. And okay, this one is the Liberty Antique Mall. Okay, so this is the stack of movies I got from the Antique Mall, and one of these in here is really, I couldn't pass it up no matter what. Even though it's a Region 2 DVD, which I can't play on my DVD player I currently have, or my PlayStation. I watch everything on my PlayStation 3 or 4. Those are not region unlocked, so I won't unfortunately be able to watch that one, but I am going to get a region-free Blu-ray player as soon as I possibly can. So, getting things started, this is kind of fun. You know me and my freaking movie collections. Okay, the Robert Downey Jr. collection. And I literally bought this for one movie, like I always do. I already have a copy of Back to School, but I do not have Charlie Bennett. I don't really remember that movie. I know I saw things around about it, and maybe I do have it, I'm not sure, but so I don't think I have that one there. I specifically bought it for Home for the Holidays, which actually we will be talking about later on down this year around at Thanksgiving time. We're going to talk about Home from the Holidays. That's a fun little movie starring Robert Downey Jr. and Holly Hunter. They are both part of a horribly dysfunctional family, and it's fun. It's not fun. It's like a dark comedy, but all right. So that was there. Okay, I also got the newer remake, one of the remakes of Murder on the Orient Express. And I haven't seen the newest one. I did not go see this one when it was out in theaters, but I am a huge fan of the original. So I'm sure this is going to be good. I heard good things about it. It's got a great cast, so I'm looking forward to sitting down and watching that one. I generally don't like musicals, but I do like King Arthur, so I picked up a copy of Camelot for $1, and this is one of those fun little clicker old school DVDs. I'm like the one guy who likes these, and I don't know why. They just I don't know why. They really are terrible cases. They're absolutely horrible cases, but there's something just so nostalgic about that clicky sound. All right, another Good Night, Good Luck. Yep, Good Night and Good Luck, pardon me. This, of course, big fancy Academy Award winning movie and all. Great flick. If you haven't seen it, check it out. This is the one I was telling you about. This is the crazy oddball one that I was super stoked to have, but unfortunately I can't watch it right now. But it's one of those videos that, you don't see around a lot, and that is Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Yes, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I really, honestly, truthfully have only seen this on VHS. Like when it came out on VHS. I don't know, honestly, if there is a DVD of this in the States. I don't know. This one is a Region 2 DVD. I couldn't pass it up. It's not a bootleg, it's a Region 2 DVD. And it's in really good condition. It's definitely playable condition, so I had to have it. And that was at the Liberty Antique Mall. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. This is a Sam Rockwell, just absolutely phenomenal performance from, he's always good, isn't he? Sam Rockwell is always good. George Clooney, Sam Rockwell, this is a good movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I'm not gonna go in because I got a lot to go through here, okay? All right, this movie I picked up literally because I had never heard of it, and that is Hail Caesar. It's another Robert Downey Jr. movie and Anthony Michael Hall. It was $1, and I'm like, I don't know, I guess I'm gonna have to buy it. I've gotta have it, so there you go. So that was the Liberty Antique Mall right there. That's all from there. And we'll do that one last. This is Hillcrest Thrift Store, also in Liberty, Missouri. Now, I am an animation fan. I love animation, and I am a Disney fan. All right, and some of you may have noticed in the background, I do have like the Disney lanyard with the pins and all that from Disney World. And if you're a person who goes down to Disney World, you know that you trade those in for other ones and so on. It's a whole thing. But yeah, my family, everyone, we're all big Disney freaks. So, anywho, it just works out as Disney. Pixar shorts, I love Pixar, and some of these shorts in here are just some of my all-time favorites. And this one has some really cool ones on it too. You know, some of the classic ones, the old lampshade, you know, the old lamp videos on here and everything. So this is a really cool one. If you're an animation fan, especially a Pixar fan, if you see this one out there, pick it up. It's a good one. So I also got Revolver. This is a very divisive Guy Ritchie film. Some people think it's just crap. Other people really like it. Me, I picked it up because I can't remember what I liked or disliked about it whatsoever. So I had to watch it again. It was $1, and I'm like, $1, I'll watch it. TMNT, this is the CGI TMNT movie that came out, I don't know, 2010-ish thing. But this one's really cool. This was I don't think it did so well. I don't remember. I know I saw it like in the $5 bin at Walmart like all the freaking time, but don't judge by that. This is actually a pretty dang good Turtles. It gets a little bit of crap, but I like it. I think it's pretty dang good. All right, I finished up another one of my franchises, and that is the Oceans franchise. I have everything but 13, so I got 1. I've got 11, 12, 8, now finally 13. Collateral. This movie almost came in on my top movies that are filmed in one night or take place at one night. This is a great flick. I'm not generally a fan of Tom Cruise, but I like him in this one. He's a cold-blooded killer, and it's Jamie Foxx is a taxi driver taking him around. It's a good flick. 30 Days of Night, based off of a graphic novel of the same name, and it's a bunch of vampires who go to Alaska. I believe it's Alaska. Yes, it's Alaska. And because it's nighttime there permanently, so the vampires can just do what the hell they want to. So just all out mayhem. Bulletproof Monk. This is one of those movies I think, again, critics didn't really care for too much, but I dug it. I like it. Chow Yun-Fat, Sean Michael Scott, good stuff. This is the remake of Willard, and you know me and remakes, I always go, oh, I don't like the remakes all that much, but this is a good one. This is quality. Crispin Glover does a fantastic job in this movie. I love this movie, and I am a big fan of the original. I love this movie. I love the original Willard. I love Ben. I used to love the song, Michael Jackson song, Michael Jackson Moonwalker. You see a connection there, all right. Push. This is a little underrated, you know, I guess you would say superhero movie. I dug it. I did. It just kind of flopped. It was a big flop, but we'll talk about this one day, I bet. All right, so that is all for Hillcrest. That was my Hillcrest find there. So that was pretty cool. All right, so this is the final one. This is the last stuff I got. Now, this is from our good friends at Happy Rock Antiques. We always, you know, Charming Amy and I were talking about that. We always find the coolest stuff at the Happy Rock. So here we go. And the best prices, too. Every single one of these is $1, okay? Well, except for one. I'll get to that. All right, I got a double feature, the Aliens versus Predator movies. Okay, you can laugh, I don't care. I'm not gonna even say that I think they're great, but it's $1. It's $1, so I got it. Disney's Tangled. Now that one there, I've never seen that one. I haven't seen that one. I hear good things, so I picked it up. This one I'm really, really excited about. Little Shop of Horrors. Okay, fun story with this one. I was in college. I was in a stage production of Little Shop of Horrors, and I played Mr. Mushnick. So I was the store owner, Mr. Mushnick, who is pictured right there. He had a much bigger role in the musical, the stage musical. He and actually Seymour have their own song together. So yeah, I got to do some singing and dancing, and yeah. All right, Little Shop of Horrors. Little Heath Ledger religious thriller. This is The Order, and I don't know, I've never seen it. Oops, I've never seen it, but I like Heath Ledger. I was familiar with the movie, so I picked it up. This is another one I was really excited about. The Cable Guy, completely unopened for $1. Brand new sealed Cable Guy. If you're not familiar with the Cable Guy, this movie is one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. I always thought that I wasn't a Jim Carrey fan, but what I realized was I'm not an Ace Ventura fan. Don't like Ace Ventura. I don't want to get started. But this is quality cinema. It was one of those films that kind of fell through the cracks. It's got a cult following these days. I know a lot of people love this movie, so The Cable Guy. All right, moving on. We have Beowulf. This is one of those CGI animated type things where people were animated over, you know, like what was that? Polar Express did that. But this one, of course, is a little more grown up than Polar Express. I don't know. It was okay. I'm not gonna say I'm a massive fan of this movie because it's okay. It's all right. There's not a lot of Beowulf out there. Okay, so if you're a fan of middle age literature, or maybe this is even pre-middle age. I honestly I don't recall. But if you're into like super old stuff, then just read Beowulf. But I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I just tried too hard. All right, now these are the only 2 Blu-rays that I found, but they're also quality Blu-rays. Alan Quarterman and the Lost City of Gold. Oh, this movie right here. Richard Chamberlain, Sharon Stone. These are classics. I'm not sure where this falls into with the Quarterman series. There's a couple of them, I believe. But man, these movies were great. If you were just a fan of like the old pulp books, comics, and all that. I mean, of course, Alan Quartermain is an older, way predates that stuff. But this movie itself is just a love letter to stuff like that, and it's really good. I'm excited about. This will be on the channel eventually. Trust me. This will be on the channel eventually. My other Blu-ray, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, dude. Yeah, dude. Well, is there enough pizza for all of us? Yeah, right there. This dude was like my hero when I was a kid, all right? And I watch back and I'm like, I still dig that guy. Still identify with that dude. All right. Speaking of identifying, all right, so my dad, I grew up a Ford plant kid, all right? So in this area, that's kind of something. My dad worked at the Ford plant. He was one of the line guys, good old UAW union man. And this movie makes me think of him. Now, we didn't go through a lot of strikes or layoffs when I was a kid. There was a couple that I recall. And so that's when Dad was home a lot more. And that's when we got Mr. Mom, all right? My mom was a stay-at-home mom. And when Dad was there, boy, he sure tried to help out. He really did, he gave it his all. I gotta give my dad credit for that all the time. But this movie hits home for me so much. I love it so much. It made just everything Michael Keaton goes through in this, well, except for some of the ladies coming on to him. I don't recall that happened to my dad. My dad wasn't just that. Everybody knew he was taken. There was none of that. But with the kids and interaction with the kids and trying to get through all, trying to get through all that and everything, this movie really gets me. In fact, I'm positive he had that same shirt. I'm positive. All right, this is kind of neat. This is just like a Critics' Choice collection. It's award-winning movies. Some little indie darlings on here. So I got like Thank You for Not Smoking, Sideways, and Garden State. So, I mean, this is just for whenever I'm feeling like being, I guess, a film nerdy kind of guy. I'll check those out. All right, I have the remake of this film, and now I have the original Manchurian Candidate. This one with Frank Sinatra, the remake with Denzel Washington. This is one of those rare moments. And I will probably do this one of these days, because I want to do a video about remakes that are actually better than the original, and this is one of them right here. The remake of this film actually is a good, it's an A movie, not an A+, it's an A movie. This movie is a B. It's a solid B, I would say, but but the remake, it is an A. I really enjoy the Manchurian Candidate, but I'm happy to have the original also. All right, this one's a cool little find right here, and that's Stephen King's Thinner. This is great. This is a curse of an old gypsy woman on this like big fat lawyer guy, and she's like, you know, he's all a dick to her, right? And so, you know, like you never, kids, never be a dick to a gypsy. All right, if that's one thing that the old film geek can teach you, is always treat your gypsies with the absolute respect, because if you don't, you're gonna get cursed. And that's what happened in this movie, dude. This guy, he was a dick to a gypsy, and she cursed him, and she's all like, Thinner. And okay, so at first he's all happy about it because he can keep eating and eating and eating. He's losing weight, but it doesn't stop there, guys. He keeps getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and then maybe if he can't break the gypsy curse, he gonna get so thin he won't disappear. He's gonna implode. Yeah. So this is a fun, schlocky Stephen King. I think it's based off of one of his short stories, but it's a fun goofball movie. I'm not familiar with this movie. I just noted that Guillermo del Toro is involved with it. Mama? Okay, it was $1. I like Guillermo del Toro, so yeah, picked it up. This one, saving the best for last. No, what I've decided to do is collect the Scream film series backwards-ish. If you recall in my last video, I picked up Scream 3 for the hell of it. And now I picked up Scream 4. I don't have 1 and 2, guys. I don't... I know, blasphemy, right? But I just find it hilarious that no matter what, when I go hunting for movies, and I always find Scream 3 or Scream 4, so I got it. Okay, so here's the last of the movies I picked up, and I was really stoked about this one, and this one was actually a $10 find, and that is the special edition 10 of King Kong. Ooh. Throat's getting dry. So this is the old King Kong movie from 1933, and it's this kick-ass, just awesome tin, and then you go and you open it up here, right? And you got this cool, just like the DVD case right here, you know, you got the movie. It's a dual disc with special features and whatnot. You got some goodies in here. I'm sure this is horribly out of date, some kind of advertisement. This is a press booklet. It's got a bunch of stories and everything about the release of Kong in 1933. More Kong stuff in here, like, again, out of date stuff I can't do, like a poster. Dude, that would be cool. Maybe I should try. Ooh. But this is sweet, guys. This is sweet. It's a bunch of Kong, like, these are, theater cards. So similar to the one that I had back there, the Willy Wonka one back there is a real theater card. These are all just the reproductions, obviously, but it's still pretty sweet. They're reproductions of the theater cards that you could have got when you went and saw King Kong back in 1933. So this is a super awesome find. I just, I am a big monster fan. I love monster movies, and this is the beginning. This is it. This is the giant monster movie that started it. At least to the best of my knowledge. To the best of my knowledge. I'm sure there's something out there that started it, but to my knowledge, this is the big dog right here. Okay, now, we're almost at the end. Just 2 more things that I have, and they're not DVD or Blu-ray related. And that is something, and this is kind of cool because this is something I've been looking for a while. It's something, and when we went and started looking at the movies, this one was found at the Gladstone, Happy Rock Gladstone, Happy Rock Antiques, whatever. Anyways, that's where this one was found, and Charming Amy found it. We split up, and I went off on my own little world and everything, and she found this for me and picked it up, and this is great. So it is my Two-Face Batman Forever mug. Now, as some of you may know, of course, I love collecting character glasses. I love these old character glasses from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and this is a promotional thing that McDonald's did back in 1995 for the movie Batman Forever. I'm not a fan of Batman Forever. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that movie, but these cups are badass. So the cool thing is that I have the other 3, which was Batman, Robin, and the Riddler. And since 1995, I have not been able to find Two-Face. And so today when we were out, she actually found it and kept it for me so that I could get it. So that's pretty cool. Now this one I've never seen before. I don't know because like I've said before, the character glasses and all, they are normally like a fast food restaurant or something like that. This one has no fast food restaurant on it. It just says 7-Up, which I don't know if this came with 7-Up or whatever. But it is a Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, excuse me. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Yeah, you know, there's not a lot of stuff out there for old Temple of Doom, in my opinion. I don't see something like this out in the wild very often. And so I was really stoked to find this. I picked it up. I love it. This is going to go in with my collection. I've also decided that I'm going to do a video one of these days on my character glass collection, because it's pretty cool, guys. If you come over to my home and you get a beverage, you're drinking out of a character glass. That is the truth. That's the only kind of glasses that Charming Amy and I have. We have Star Wars, Muppets, Smurfs, Indiana Jones, Spock. You name it, man. You want a character glass? I got them, buddy. I got them. All right. Don't know where that came from. But okay, guys, that's it. Here's all my goodies. This is my birthday's haul. This is all the things. This is my gift from Charming Amy for my 46th travel around this sun. So guys, thanks again for checking out the Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and give me a subscribe, like the video, and ring that bell for notifications so I know you're liking what you're seeing. And as I always say, folks, keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.